I'm live. Just I got my Saxon Uriah Heep shirt on. I'm gonna stand up for you so you can see it all there. How the heck are you? Gives me just a little bit of my pit barrel here in the background. Rib's got about an hour and a half left. We'll see. Again, that's the hard part for me, just letting it go. So let it go. Anyway, I'm gonna start with I'm gonna do it backwards this time. I had the other one first. So we're gonna start with the Stone Buena Vesa Salt and Lime Lager, 4.7% lager with salt lime added. Using the bottle opener on my smoker. I love a smoker with a bottle opener, don't you? Anyways, I digress. How the heck are you, man? Actually, before I get going here, let me fix this here. I forgot to do that the last video. Fix that privacy section here. I keep trying to change it on my main page. I just can't get it to stay for some reason. There we go. Now we're back in business. Anyways, I digress, man. Let's pour that beer. Let me show you the bottle there. Too high. There you go. It pours nicely there. My Michelob ales and lagers glass. I have a few of these. Well, I used to have a few. I probably got like 3 left, maybe. Some of them didn't make it, man. Fortunately, they don't make that pack anymore. It was an interesting pack, though. Back when Michelob was trying to compete with craft beer, they've kind of given that up, though, haven't they? Yeah, we give up. You beat us. I tell you, I'll be honest with you, though. Back in the mid 90s, I guess, when they started doing those, the Amberbach was the first. Then they had their honey lager. They had a pale ale. For a lot of folks, that was their first introduction to specific styles. And I got to be honest, Michelob wasn't doing a bad job with those. But once craft breweries really started doing their thing with them, and they became more widely available, they kind of became irrelevant. But what Michelob had going that the actual craft breweries didn't have was distribution, right? Michelob was able to get in. They were able to get in, the Walmart supercenters and that sort of thing that the other breweries weren't able to. So, and in restaurant taps, for instance, Amberbach was everywhere. And for a lot of folks, that was their first introduction to that particular style. There were always like light versions of the actual style, but it gave you a glimpse of what they could be. And those packs, those Michelob Ale and Lager packs came out about every Christmas time, Used to pick them up at the Sam's store. It's higher. Wife read somewhere we're burning coffee grounds detracts the mosquitoes, so we're going to see if that works. We'll see. Anyways, I digress. How the heck are you? So I've been talking on and on about the concert last night because it was just so amazing. Man, it was the first show that I've done in a while. I even went total geek and bought the shirt. But I'll be honest with you, even way back when I was buying concert shirts back in the 80s, they were $20-25. So the price hasn't gone up that much, to be honest with you. It felt like a lot of money for a t-shirt, but as those that have been around, for those that aren't a First of May, we know that the money's in the concessions, not in the gate. So you got to buy the concert stuff for the bands to really make some money. The money's in the concessions, not the gate. The gate's paying back the venue. The artists make money off their concessions, so I thought about buying more stuff, but I did. Uh, man, I was lucky though. My wife would drop me off for the show, but she parked close to the arena. So once I got through with the meet and greet, I ran all my goodie bags, or ran the goodie bag and the shirt and stuff out to the car, so I didn't have to hold it the whole time during the show because I tend to lose stuff. I know, I knew I was going to lose it if I didn't get that, so I ran it out to the car before the show started. It's not bad. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's your Mexican style lager. This particular one adds the salt and the lime right in it for you. Since 1996, we've released hundreds of beers, but we're especially proud to introduce our first cerveza, brewed with just the right amount of sea salt and lime in this fresh Baja-inspired creation. It's everything a lager should be. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor. The name was inspired by Buena for Good and Veza by Cerveza. That makes sense. Because good cerveza is our favorite part of Buena Life. Anyways, okie dokie. I'm going to assume they probably use a little bit rice, as would be typical in your standard Mexican lager. Probably gonna get flagged for the music. I bet the music's gonna get on there, and I'm gonna get nasty messages from from Facebook and YouTube. Anyways, I don't care. Block me. Yeah, I've had that happen before. My videos just get removed. Okay, I get it now. Sometimes I'll say something controversial. The next thing I know, the video is gone. Anyways, I digress. You're in love. All right, one more. I'm gonna have this Piney River Honeybee Hellas Lager with honey. The ingredients are, I love that they list the ingredients on the label. I wish every beer would do that. It does drive me crazy. You got beer geeks that get their panties all in a bunch about dates. We need to have a date. There needs to be a date on the beer, but they don't care about the ingredients. That just doesn't make any sense to me. You're buying food, it's got a date and ingredients. I mean, the ingredients are every bit as important, if not more so, than the date. But hey, man, I guess that's just me. Put the ingredients on there anyway. If you're not afraid, if you're not embarrassed by your product, put the ingredients on it. But it always struck me as odd that the same folks that would get their panties in a bunch about not having a date don't care about what the ingredients are. It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, Ozark well water, malted barley, yeast, hops, and honey. So the only extra ingredient here is the honey, which is nice to know, right? You're in love. Oh, excuse me. See how beautiful that pours. Man, that's a beautiful color on that beer, is it not? Beautiful Hellas honey. Excuse me, honey lager. That's a burp, man. Anyways, I digress. Oh man. Yeah, I got a stimulus overload yesterday, so so sad I just stay home today. But I do have to work tomorrow. I just stay home, relax. I thought about one point, some folks asked me to come up and meet them somewhere, but now I'm just gonna stay home. Yeah. I had my fill of people yesterday. Got a little stimulus overload. But now I can relax and get back to Zen. Oh, And that is a nice beer. I'm glad about that. But I wasn't. I thought I was going to buy it, and I changed my mind. I said, "Okay, I'll go get it." And I felt like it was a little more expensive than a 5% Helles ought to be, but I had to come to grips with the fact that, well, it's just the way things are now. Yeah, I keep looking back at prices a decade ago. Why is it not? Yeah, things just keep going up. It's not necessarily the fault of any particular political power. It's corporate greed driving the prices up for everybody else. The small brewers have to adjust their prices to survive. I always do find it interesting though when those folks complain about the price of things, and then when confronted with the truth, so well, I don't mind corporate greed. That's what helps everything. No, it doesn't. You've got CEOs making a whole lot of money while paying their workers nothing and complaining about it. No, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm okay with the rich guys making more money. Okay, all right. Continue to stick your head up your own ass. I'm okay with corporate greed. Okay, you be okay with that. But quit complaining about the price of everything. You dim-witted moron. You don't get the. You don't have the right to do both. You can't complain and agree. You can't agree with the rich guys and say, "Hey, but you're charging too much for stuff. You must be paying that guy too much to put the stuff in the box. That guy barely making minimum wage. You need to cut his wage, but I don't mind you making a lot of money. Oh no, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with seven-figure CEOs. The guy making $15 an hour, that's the problem. I don't know how to. I don't know how to speak to that kind of idiocy. If you're really that stupid, I got nothing left to say to you. Remember when I said earlier about I say something that offends somebody, and next thing you know, my video's deleted. Expect this one. Anyways, I digress. But I digress, man. I am Tom the Fearless for Beer Evangels, for Living Beer Drinker, for Beer Wisdom, and good guy slasher.